Hey guys, WhipChip here. Today I wanted to go over and review my custom members of the Upply. I have been working on these guys for a really long time and I can't wait to show you. First, we'll look at Korgren. This was the first Upply minifigure that I created, and I really like this guy. So for the torso, I used the lifeguard from series 12, I think it was, and I think that works really well because in the show, Korgren's chest looked more like that than, say, the 8-pack that the Jungle Warrior has that I've seen people use for him. The only problem with not using the Jungle Warrior is that you don't get that necklace, so I have the necklace made out of putty right there. So I've been using this putty that I was able to get at, I think, a Dollar Tree, and I use it on so many of my minifigures. On every single member of the Upply, I have putty being used. So if you don't have some, I'd go out and get it. But I used it for the necklace, which I really like there. Looks really nice. I also used it for his cuff on one arm, and yeah, only on that arm. Also, for his legs, I used the Barbarian from Series 11. I think his name. He's the Barbarian. I added a little putty on the side of the legs because, as you can see from this side, they just look sort of blank. And it looked really awkward how it was like yellow and then no yellow, so I added a little putty there. And then for his headband, I used putty, and then his hair is actually from the Rockstar from Series 20. So that's pretty nice, same as his face. So if you want to get both of those, you might as well go and get them. I thought that was a really good face because it looks like he does when he's going into battle, and it's also really hard to actually find a face like that for Korgren. His shoulder armor is actually made using using putty, because in the show, the armor that he used didn't fit with this hairpiece, because this is not actually the hairpiece that they had for Korgren, so I sort of had to improvise, and I think it works really well. I love the way I was able to get that made with putty, and then this is just my custom version of his axe. I might have to update that one next. I also really like the pose I have him in, where he's sort of on a big jumper, or one of those superhero pieces, with some lava, getting ready to go into battle. The next minifigure we'll take a look at is Fungus the Sorcerer. His hair I got from the Easter celebration. It's also in Ninjago City. The face I actually got from Ninjago City, but I also know it's like on a pizza chef. I really like that face. I think it works really well for Fungus. I have no clue why he doesn't use a 3D beard, and that hair is also a little too girly for me, but I'm making it more show accurate than anything. His armor I actually got from minifigure I bought at a flea market, and it's from the Skybound Pirates, and it's in dark green, so it's got that nice dark green base you can just sort of see from the back. And then I added putty, which I mixed green and brown together, and it looks really nice. His torso, I used the Sky City Cloud City torso from Star Wars. I used that torso because I was able to get it from the advent calendar, and I just put a lot of putty. His legs are Zane's from Season 1, which I really like, and I just added putty on the legs, of course, as well as the torso. And then his arms have a little bit of printing, which are from this beach guy from Series, I think, 15 or 16, I think it was. But yeah, I'm really proud of him. Oh yeah, and the cape is from Lego Pirates. It's from a sale, I think. But yeah, now his hat was pretty hard to make. Now they haven't made his hat in any set in white yet. So I actually had to spray paint the hat, one of my black hats, white. And you can just sort of see, for some reason, the hat in the TV show has a lot of black on it, which is funny because nowhere else on Fungus is there black. And then I just added some mushrooms and some more brown out of putty, so you can just put that on his head. It doesn't really stick because, it goes on top of his hair, but I also have these two pieces, one a gem and a white hole to go into the hat, and then a power blast piece for him to sort of have ice coming out of it. I really like that. Now the base itself is just pretty blank. It's just got some bricks and lava. Here is my favorite minifigure out of all three of the Upply. It's sort of funny because he was my least favorite of the Upply in the show, but I definitely like this guy, how it came out. So I bought a fake Crux from eBay and I got the hood. I bought that minifigure for two reasons. One, to make a custom Dr. Sanders Saunders, as well as to get that hood. And, I mean, in the show, the hood is dark blue, but when I got it, I was originally going to spray paint it, but it looks really good here, so I'm going to keep it like that. There's also a little bit of dirt that, of course, again, putty. His face, I just used a guy with cheekbones. I don't actually remember the specific face, and I'm not going to take off his hood and ruin my putty job. I added some putty for, like, his little, whatever that is. Which, you know, again, they're not supposed to be seen from the back. I also added this X over Surfer Dave's torso from the Lego movie, and I think that works really good. Or from Series 2. I love his cuffs I made. Those look great, as well as that dice, which I just took a piece of putty, rolled it into a ball, and stuck it down. You can sort of see all my fingerprints on this guy and when I zoom in. And then you can also just see I added some mud and different junk to his legs. His base, it's also pretty simple. But you can't have Plundar without Adam. So I'd say the best and easiest is just to go with Aragog. Now I have 3 Aragogs, so it's pretty easy for me just to get one. Take one away from one of my other Aragogs, but I really like it. He looks really, like, he basically looks perfect. The only problem is that in the show, the spiders all had, like, these giant rocks, so I might have to add that. But, of course, the putty that I own doesn't have gray in it for some reason. Or if you wanted to make a cuter one, I would suggest using parts from Aragog, and I actually made mine really small. So it's still huge compared to him, it's just not as spider-like. I just wanted to try and see if I could get those claws. I just used my Fang Blade pieces. No, these are from Mixels, and then I added Brickhead eyes. So yeah, I don't know. It looks cuter than this, but not as much like a spider, so not sure what I'll do. But yeah, these are the Upply. These guys they weren't my favorite in the TV show, but they had such cool designs and such unique designs that I felt like I was obliged to make them. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day.